Shalom. What's going through my mind is earlier on today when I wake up this morning was them kids that's playing a nursery rhyme statue. You know when you're in Christianity they had the little nursery rhymes and stuff. But yeah, I know that you know it. The song goes, a wise man built his house upon the rock. Right? First and foremost, first of this video is want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Kakodash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of great news, who are doing well, and salutation to the brothers around the artists that are preaching this word in truth and sincerity, and the Akwats and the husband listening and learning. Shalom. One. Right? And we know, once you put your trust in Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, hey, anything is possible, right? Also speak about in the book of Ecclesiasticus. I'm gonna get it one time, right? Which is Sirach, I believe it's 2 and 10. Right, Sirach 2 and 10. And it says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that call upon him? Right? So you don't gonna despise we. Lord not gonna leave his people that calling upon his name, people that doing his will, right, to be confounded. Right? He will always make a way for us. Right? Because why we put we trust in him. We scripture speak about in Isaiah, right? That woe be unto them, Isaiah 30, right? Woe be unto them that trust into Egypt, right? Putting their trust into these idols, putting their trust into these government and these presidents and prime ministers and the kings of this earth, right? We putting our trust in them. We need and also in this day and this age, a lot of people like to put their trust in the sword. What David said, he can't trust in his sword, in his spear, in his bow. He ain't trusting in these things, he ain't trusting in these things, because these things could fail, right? But Yahweh Hashem Yahshai will never fail. No time, no day, that will never happen, right? Yahweh Hashem Yahshai always making a way for his people. No matter how these heathens may try to hide it, no matter how hard they try to hide our heritage, our history, right, from us, right? The Lord make a way, and look what happened, right? We know our history now. We know our heritage now. We know what the Lord name is. Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, right? And that is the thing in this day and this age. Some people don't believe, but we can care less if they don't believe, because as the scripture, as Paul say, right, shall them that don't believe make the prophecies not come to pass. No, every single thing can come to pass, and the Lord will always reveal his secret unto the saints, the prophets, the servants, the prophets, right? I'll bring the precept here. Matthew 7 and verse 24, and it says, right, and it says, wherefore whosoever hear these sayings of mine, right, it says, therefore whosoever hear these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will like him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. Right? And that is, we want to build our house upon Yahweh Hashem Mashiach, right? We want to continue in this faith and doing what the Lord tells us to do, because we know that is how we going to obtain salvation. We know we want to please Yahweh Hashem Mashiach, right? But a lot of people out there, a lot of jakes out there, they don't care. They care less, right? Going back to these generation of vipers, how it is, they ain't studying nothing else but themselves, right? They're starting to commit all these atrocities, all these abominable acts, all these things they're starting to do. But as the scripture say, they look not for the Yahweh Shem Yahushai, not looking for the creator. Right? They meant studying the one who put them on this planet, who put them on this earth. They ain't studying that. That is why they're gonna be like the one that built the house upon the sand. Continuing verse 25, and it says, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house. Right? So when trials come, right, when plagues come, when the Lord send all these things upon the face of the earth, what's going to happen? And it says, and beat upon the house, and the house fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. The house was firm upon a rock, rooted and grounded upon that rock. And that is how we want to be in this day and this age, right? Because things are going to get even worse. Things are going to get even worse, right? And I see that from even from the early days. You see these spirits coming, right? And the spirits them will try you, right? But at that point in time, you was firm and you was going into the truth. There's some brothers who left the faith and they try to persuade other brothers also, right? And a lot of you all brothers from Trinidad camp here, you all know what I'm speaking about. And they try to persuade you to leave this one and to say forget that one because this one this and that one that and bad talking brothers and stuff, right? But what happened? The Lord keep you firm and grounded in this truth, and you're still here today. You have a reason for that, right? The Lord have a reason for every single thing playing off in this movie here, right? And it's for you to think about what this reason is, right? It's still in the truth. That means the Lord have a purpose for you, right? And I remember a while back, I did a video on this. I did a video on the Lord of you still have Lord have a purpose for you, because at a point in time I was out in the plantation, out in the sea, right? And it's like I was feeling like my spirit leaving me, like an angel just taking my spirit, being pulled out of my life being sucked out of me. Like how it is see it in the movies, like somebody taking your soul and coming out of your mouth. I was literally feeling that. And I remember when I wake up in tears. Yeah, I wake up in tears. I was frightened, I didn't say, "Hey boy, yeah boy, huh? It's take it," because by them time when I was shaky. I was around the same time and when brothers were trying to conflict with my spirit and trying to sow wicked thoughts in my mind, right? And they fall off, and I say, "Twada Abasham Yosha is still here," right? And is after that, I started to pray, I started to function, because why realizing at this day and this age you don't have any truth still. You have a purpose to fulfill, right? And one willing that purpose is to continue in the faith. Ayabasham Yosha, right? Continuing verse 26, and it says, and everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto the foolish man which built his house upon the sand. And we don't want to be like that foolish man that built the house upon the sand, right? We don't want to be like these wicked two jigs, because we don't know the wages of sin is death, and we don't know what is we don't know what is the outcome of those that take the hand from the plow, right? That fall away from the faith of Yahweh Shai. Right? We don't know is famine, pestilence, plagues, war. We know all these things is going to happen to them. And right, and we don't want to be in that category. That is why we're doing what the Lord told us to do right now in this day and this age, because we fear Yahweh Shai. Right? You have to fear the Lord, because if you don't fear the Lord, you ain't gonna want to do the things that is pleasing unto him. That's why you have to fear Yahweh Shai. Verse 27, and it says, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. Right? We know when you don't root yourself, and you don't plant yourself in this truth, what will happen to you, right? Because we see these things happen to other brothers, right? So it's basically like a testimony unto us how we ought to function and what we ought to do, just to stay firm, just to continue doing the works of Yahweh Shai, right? So With that, just want to give all praises, all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kakodash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of faith, men soon do well, and salutation to the elect around the Atazah, preaching this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom, 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 labakarium. Right? Keep on pushing the faith, because we know the end is near. Seeing all these prophecies coming to pass, seeing wars, famine, rumors of wars. I look right here in Venezuela also, close, on our doorstep. Right, things is going to pop off and things are going to get more drastic. So all we have to do is feed our faith and starve our doubts and continue pushing towards our salvation. Shalom, shalom, shalom.